I am going in hard for a purpose. I'm exaggerating for a reason. I consider the Chutney Soca Monarch by and large to be hot, raw garbage. No offense meant to the enjoyers of the art form, the enjoyers or practitioners. No offense meant. But by and large, when I listen to the Chutney Soca Monarch, it's audible feces. Rubbish. Straight. Garbage. Yet for some reason, RL says Chutney Soca is the most embarrassing thing I have in my culture. Who does approve this? And true. it kind like personally, I would like if we banned all international broadcasting of Chutney Soca Monarch. Like, don't let outside think this is the level of our creativity. Like, just leave this for our inside here, inside Trinidad. We enjoy. Well, some people enjoy. You know, it's like one of those weird foods where it's like dog in China. The locals enjoy this dog business, but this isn't something that you want to promote to the world. So I think Chutney Soca might be in that kind of realm. Strangely enough, though, the Soca Monarch is unable to continue because of government funding. Yet, Nell Ramdas, not all songs are bad in CSM, they need just screenshots. I agree with you. I am going in hard for a purpose. I'm exaggerating for a reason. Because the Chutney Soca Monarch still stands. There's a Chutney Soca Monarch final coming this year. And the International Soca Monarch doesn't exist for this year. Isn't that strange? And to me, this is like a cementing of the point that I always make with this. The International Soca Monarch became impotent because of government funding. They depended so much and so long on the government helping we run this thing that they didn't engineer a product for the customers. While the Chutney Soca Monarch, on the flip side, did just that. I am not the customer for the CSM. I am not the customer. The customers for the CSM, keeping the CSM alive. The Soca Monarch for years was running a strange ship where the government, the state, the country, us, the people, were paying to carry on the event and paying for the prizes, while the profits from the event basically were privatized. And when the government stopped inputting the same amount of money, all of a sudden this event cannot go on. And I don't like that. If the event is, as you say, as important culturally to the country, as many people say, so important to the culture, wouldn't people who like it support it? Like the Chutney Soca Monarch? How does the cost compare between both events? Honestly, I do not know. I honestly do not know. And to me, it's nearly irrelevant. Because if it is that the Chutney Soca Monarch is at a cost that they're able to collect back a profit worth it by the end of their event, then, and the Soca Monarch isn't, then what that tells me is the Soca Monarch has overextended themselves. It reminds me of a certain soca artist who once attempted to have their event in the National Stadium, the Hasely Crawford. And they were not a Hasely Crawford selling kind of soca artists. CSM have a lot of private sponsorship, which is how it should be. Remove the government, and that way there's no excuse there. The event carries on itself. To me, the problem is when the government sponsors these things, it disrupts the flow between the service provider, let's see, and the customer. My favorite example, doubles. You know, I like my doubles example. If we have a government-sponsored doubles stand, this doubles vendor situated on Independence Square, let's see. We have a doubles vendor on Independence Square that is sponsored by the government of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. That's We Doubles, TT Doubles. You could go there and pick up a doubles for free. The government pays that. What do you think would happen to the quality of that doubles? When the doubles man knows whatever I give to you, the government pays me either way. I could give you 1 barra, 2 barra, 3 barra, 1 chana, enough chana. I could go real heavy on the pepper when you say slight. I could put no pepper when you say I want roast pepper. I could do what I want because my pay is assured by the government. And if we had that existing for 30 years, let's see, the government had the government doubles in Independence Square. And the quality of the doubles start to get kind of way, obviously, how government doubles going to taste. And then the government stops sponsoring it. All of a sudden, what's going to happen is you're going to see revealed the actual relationship that this product has with its customer base. Do the customers legitimately like the product? Or were they using it because basically it was free? Where it is more East Indian populated, people support their music very well. Well, okay, but if that's the case that it's a cultural thing, wouldn't Soca be supported by the people of Port of Spain and environs? With the removal of government sponsors and more privatization, there will be better quality, yes, but higher cost, which is ideal, which is how it should be. Let people pay for the quality they want, and we'll see if the people want that quality or not. I'm sorry. If the country determines that we don't find this worth it to pay for it, why should we continue? But who willing to put out more? Well, nearly, then that tells me who wants the thing. Why would we force to sponsor an event while the people we're sponsoring it for don't want it? All of those fetes, all through the year, the CIC fet, Back to Blue, this one, that one, Sahara, that, they don't have to go and get government sponsorship for their event, you know. Because people who like their event will pay $3,000 to go listen to music and stand up and whine. Because the event hosts have understood who their target audience is. They're able to create a product that they want, and voila. Why would we encourage the Soca Monarch to not do that? They can also take a loan from the government for Soca Monarch and they still don't find it feasible. Because I think they know that the Soca Monarch product is not a product that the people who come to Soca Monarch would pay to get. So it is an issue of needing better management. I will assume so. I will assume that is exactly the issue. You know, I wouldn't doubt if you give this Southex man, what's Southex CEO's name, George Singh, if you give him the international Soca Monarch to run, I think he will run it profitably. Because Trinidadians like a party, Trinis like Soca. That was the point I was making with the Chutney Soca Monarch point. The sentiment in general about Chutney Soca Monarch throughout Trinidad is that the quality isn't that high. That's the general sentiment. That's the point I was making. People insult Chutney Soca Monarch going and coming. And yet still, somebody is able to carve out a niche enough to make profit off of this. You can't have the government sponsoring Morbi. Morbi have specific people who like it. The government isn't to sponsor Morbi to everyone. Allow a manufacturer to make their Morbi specialized to people who like Morbi, and it will be profitable.